All right, I need to get this off my chest. Have you ever been on a date and everything's literally going well? Like she's laughing, you're laughing, she's vibing, and then you kiss at the end. After that date, her text starts to get slower, you know? Hours later, maybe even half a day. That's her response time. You think to yourself, what the hell does that even mean? At this point, should you even keep talking to her? Because you know you're busy with your own stuff in life, but you're consistently thinking about, does this girl even like me or not? Because she's not answering your texts. So today, I'm gonna break this down for you because I'm going to speak from experience from what just happened to me a couple weeks ago. All right, so boom. I matched with this girl on the good old Hinge app. Good old Hinge app. I'm never using that app again, by the way. Matched with her on Hinge. We went on 2 dates. The first date was pretty good. We went out to go get some drinks. Cool, vibing, talked a lot. She actually told me a really insane amount of personal detail about herself. Wasn't really expecting that, but if I'm being honest, I've ran into a couple occasions where people just talk so much about their life on some deeper level. I guess they feel some sense of vulnerability with me. I can explain to you in a different video about how I do that, even though I tend to do that naturally. But besides the point, that was the first date. Second date, I took her out to dinner. I know it's a common thing to not take women out on dinners, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. If I feel like I want to get food at a nice place and I want to bring this girl that I'm interested in along for the experience, I'm gonna bring her along for the experience. I don't care. Whatever the red pill, black pill, rainbow colored pill has to say about that, they can suck my dick. I don't care. I took her out to dinner. Great vibe, by the way. We went out to go play some bocce ball afterwards, walked around the block, had a good time. And then we kissed at the end. And everything was flowing so well in person that I had no qualms. Nothing. No problems whatsoever. But when it came to texting, that's when it became an issue because I would get responses hours later, maybe even a couple of days. Now, I'm not the type of person to harp on response times. I'm pretty busy myself, so I don't really care to respond back to most texts anyway. But if I'm interested in a person, especially a woman that I'm trying to build a relationship with, you gotta sacrifice some time to, entertain the idea, okay? You put money, effort, and time into a single person, you expect some type of reciprocation of the positive sense back. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know down in the comment section below if that's a bad mindset to have while entering the whole phase of dating. But that's what I feel works well for me and what should be the case. But to get to the point, the texting response time was just terrible. And then when we got to texting, it wasn't bad. Like when we did text, we had really good, deep conversations, really interesting conversations over text. But the timing was just so poor because I would be chilling, hoping for a response so I can continue a conversation with her. But I would have to wait hours. And then by the time she replied back, I'm already trying to go to bed because I had to do stuff in the morning super early. So the timing was just off. So then I thought to myself, even if these conversations are cool when we have them, is the response time something I need to be more cautious about? Do I need to think more about the response times? Because yes, the conversations can be cool, but if you take your sweet old time to give me a reply back, are you really that interested in me? That's what I was thinking. So was it a red flag immediately for me? No. But now that it's in the past and I have hindsight now, I think that's a red flag every person should be on the lookout for, the response time. Because here's the truth, slow response times can mean a few things. Some women just aren't that good at texting. They aren't that into texting. They rather save their energy for that in-person conversation. So it's good to try to escalate setting something up so you guys can meet in person, especially if you're really good in person. What it could also mean is that some women are genuinely just busy. Okay, like she may have work. And yeah, this girl was really busy with her career. She was very adamant on getting stuff done. Kind of a control freak if I'm being real. But she was pretty busy with like all the other stuff in her life. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. And when you think about it, maybe texting just isn't their priority. But what it could also mean, and this is where I think a lot of people have to start like switching their mindset over to, is that she likes you, but she may not prioritize you yet. Not just yet. That's why the response time is so slow. Like, you're not at the top of the list. Even if she does enjoy your company in person, you haven't made it to her top priority list. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we've only been on 2 dates. It takes about maybe, I don't even know, 4 to 6 encounters of a person. And those experiences have to be very, very positive for you to make it towards the top of their list in terms of priority. I can't just meet a person for like the first 2 times and be like, yep, this is it. I like her. I'm going to make her the top of my list. She gets everything. She's urgent. Like, she is category 1 in my life. Category 1 has to be God, for sure. So that's why I wasn't really tripping. But there's something about having to wait half a day and a couple hours just for a response. Like, I would literally text her, how was your day? And I would get a response the next day talking about, oh, my day was good. I don't care about your day now. I really don't. Like, it's a new day. What are we doing? What I'm trying to get to is that as you're trying to build your life as a man, trying to build your future, trying to build your business or something like that, you know, trying to get somewhere in life, we don't have time to chase uncertainty. We simply don't. It's either you know what you want to get and you go fucking get it. It's either you know what you want to get and you go fucking get it. You don't have time to deal with uncertainty. And with this girl, and honestly, with a lot of women nowadays, they give so much uncertainty, so much inconsistency. And I don't know if it's just women per se. I don't want to like harp on only women. I know some dudes that do the exact same thing and think they're cool by doing so. But for the guys who are really about their shit, if she's not giving clarity or consistency, like, don't stress about it, man. Just dip. In my opinion, just leave. Or better yet, you just try to match her energy. If she's not giving you the proper response time, if she's not making you a priority, you don't make her a priority. I think that's something that men struggle with because they want to get into a secure relationship so bad. They want to feel that type of love that they will literally find one shorty, ignore all the red flags. If she's pretty and she checks off 2 out of 5 things that you want in a girl, then she's fine. We'll make everything else work. Men are so desperate for that. And I understand that. I sometimes go through that a lot. But I have to be able to put my needs first before I start delving into that world. And you need to learn how to do that too. If she shows up for dates, she's interested. That's cool. If she flakes or keeps it vague, all right, you move on. It's simple. It really is simple. That's how you protect your time and energy. And that's something that we need the most nowadays as life is getting harder for us every single year. So actually getting back to that story, after the second date, her text started getting slower and slower. And I'm like, at this point, you can text me right now, but I don't really feel the need to reply back to you. So I typically I really just left her on red. And then I got a text the next morning saying she doesn't want to talk anymore. A story on that later, actually. At first, I was just like, whoa, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? And then we had a conversation about it. Well, 2 text conversation about it, basically saying I did something wrong. It's always the guy's fault. After thinking about it, I thought to myself like, well, there goes my time and energy into that one person. But now it opens the rest of my time, money, and energy for a whole slew of possibilities. And now you learn from this experience and you move on, you move forward. Find some other things to do and you move knowing that you will never make the same mistake again. You might, but you have an experience, you have a memory to recall on. So getting back to the video, if you ever deal with a person who decides to make you wait on a response, here's how you handle it. Don't blow up her phone. Don't do that whole double texting shit. That's corny. That's very, very desperate. I don't care how good the second message has to be. I don't care if you got free tickets to a game that you're trying to take her to. Do not send a double text, especially if she's making you wait for a response. You should really only be texting a girl that you've been seeing maybe once or twice to set up dates in person. especially if you guys are good at talking in person. Like what the hell is the point of talking over text when you're better in person? Stop wasting your time and energy. Stop wasting your data. Then try to mirror her pace. If you take 6 hours to respond back to a text, don't reply back in 30 seconds. What are you doing, bro? Give it like a couple hours. And I know that may seem toxic, but bro, she has to know. She has to know that you're not the type of dude to get fucked over. You're not a cuck. You're not. Give it a couple hours. And honestly, don't even be that emotionally invested in the text as well. She asks you how your day's been. Reply back as if you were talking to one of your friends. You don't tell your friends everything that's going on. You keep it simple, keep it casual, and then try to set up a date. That's literally it. Gotta be direct. Gotta be the one to lead. And when you see her in person, bro, when you see her in person, test her investment. Does she make time for you? Does she even want to be there? That's the most important thing that matters. Because at the end of the day, as much as they crave attention for validation, attention really is currency for both woman and a man. If she's not investing that type of attention in you, you don't need to keep giving your attention away for free. You really don't. You're valuable. Don't you dare forget that. So, what do you think? Is slow texting a deal breaker? Or is that just a modern dating quirk? I don't know. Drop a comment, let me know what your experiences have been like with this specific issue. And if you found some value in this video, good. Go do something with it. You know? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and just make sure you just live up to your best potential. Other than that, develop a prodigy mindset and tackle your problems with everything you got. I believe in you. Take care. Peace.